Hi, and welcome to another edition of Gamezillong Gaming. And today I'll be talking about a game I've been wanting to cover for a while. And since I talked about the show it's tied into last week, what better time than now to talk about Tokkyuu Shirei Solbrain for the Nintendo Famicom. Developed by Natsume and published by Angel in 1991, this game sees you playing as Solbraver through a number of action platforming stages where you have to punch your way through a small variety of enemies. But because you'll have to rely on your fists for a good chunk of the game, be prepared to get up close to the enemies. Which is odd considering that Solbraver had some firearms in the show, but whatever. That's not to say you're weak, though. As you progress through the game, you'll come across a number of platforms that grant you different perks, such as restoring your health, giving you extra life, or even powering up your solid suit to give your punches more strength. All of these platforms require you to spend points you can collect by defeating enemies or by punching open crates throughout each stage. But be careful, as some crates contain grenades that can hurt you if you're not quick enough to run away. Also hidden inside these crates, you can find chips marked with either Alpha or Beta, which, upon collecting 3 of any combination, will grant you a small robot partner with different capabilities depending on which combination of chips you collected. And don't worry if you can't find a particular chip, as you can swap between Alpha and Beta by punching the chip before collecting it, allowing you to decide for yourself which ability you want your partner to have, even if it's just to experiment with what the bot can all do. And while the Robot Companion is exclusive to this game, the Metal Heroes series would eventually implement a similar concept a couple seasons later during the second half of Tokusou Robo Jan Person in the form of R-Zico. Whether or not this was inspired by the Robo Buddy from the game isn't known. In the television show, Solbraver was capable of using a powerful cannon, the Giga Streamer, and this game allows you to temporarily wield this weapon once you have the robot partner by collecting the same combination of chips a second time. You'll only be able to use this weapon for a short time, so be mindful of where you get your hands on it. Hey guys, Protomed here. While editing this, I realized that it might actually be the Pile Tornado, which was a different, more powerful weapon. But whether or not it is depends on whether or not the developers actually knew that the Pile Tornado existed while developing the game. Just thought I'd mention it. Alright, back to the video. Now, I'm sure some of you watching this video may be thinking, this game looks familiar, but I can't quite place it. And you're right. Tokkyuu Shirei Solbrain, while based on a TV series, was released outside of Japan under the title Shatterhand. Now published by Jaleco and released just 2 months later, since this game was no longer attached to a license, a number of changes were made. The first was, of course, the complete removal of all elements of Solbrain, resulting in Solbraver being changed to the more generic-looking Steve Herman. Additionally, any plot present in Solbrain is removed, and the only plot this game gets is in the manual. Another change is the order of the bosses appear in, such as the bosses for areas B and C being swapped, and slightly altered in appearance. But the biggest change is that Area C, an amusement park in Solbrain, has been completely replaced with a brand new nuclear submarine level, complete with new enemies not present in Solbrain. Whether it's Shatterhand or Tokkyuu Shirei Solbrain, this game is quite fun, so I recommend you give this a shot. And until next time, I'm Protomet. See ya. It's hard to do this thing when I've got my hands full. Bye.